Welcome to another informative video about PCOS. My name is Celia, and I have been living with PCOS for over a quarter of a century. Today, we're going to delve into the world of Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, a condition that affects many women worldwide. This video is especially for you if you're suspecting that you may have PCOS and you're looking for some guidance. Understanding PCOS is vital, as it allows you to take charge of your health. We encourage you to interact with us. Share your thoughts, questions, or experiences in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video with others who might find it beneficial. Together, we can create a supportive community for everyone dealing with PCOS. Now let's dive into the signs of PCOS and how you can recognize them. PCOS, or Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, is a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age. But what exactly is PCOS, and how does it affect the body? Let's break it down. The name itself provides a clue. Polycystic means many cysts, and in the context of PCOS, it refers to the many small, fluid-filled sacs that can develop in the ovaries. However, not everyone with PCOS will have these cysts, which can make the condition a bit tricky to understand. In essence, PCOS is a hormonal imbalance. Our bodies produce several types of hormones, and in the case of PCOS, the levels of certain hormones are out of sync. This imbalance can lead to a range of symptoms and health issues. The primary hormones involved in PCOS are insulin, androgens, and progesterone. Insulin is a hormone that controls our blood sugar levels. Women with PCOS often have higher levels of insulin, and their bodies may not respond to it as effectively, a condition known as insulin resistance. Androgens, often referred to as male hormones, are present in everyone but are usually higher in individuals with PCOS. High levels of androgens can interfere with ovulation and can lead to symptoms such as excess body or facial hair. Lastly, women with PCOS often have lower levels of progesterone, a hormone that plays a crucial role in the menstrual cycle and pregnancy. Low progesterone levels can lead to irregular periods or even absence of periods. Now let's talk numbers. It's estimated that between 5 to 10% of women of reproductive age are affected by PCOS worldwide. However, many cases likely go undiagnosed. PCOS is also the most common cause of infertility in women, underscoring the importance of awareness and early detection. Recognizing the signs of PCOS is the first step towards managing it. As someone who has lived with Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, or PCOS, for over 25 years, I can tell you firsthand about the signs and symptoms. My name is Celia, and my journey with PCOS began in my early teens. At first, I didn't understand what was happening to my body. I was facing irregular periods, weight gain, and unusually excessive hair growth. These symptoms were not only physically taxing but emotionally draining as well. I remember the countless doctor's visits, the endless tests, and the confusion. It was a cycle of hope and disappointment, a roller coaster of emotions that seemed to have no end. Despite all the physical discomfort, the uncertainty was probably the most challenging part. I felt lost, like I was wandering in the dark, trying to figure out what was happening to me. It was during one of these visits that I was finally diagnosed with PCOS. I remember the relief and the fear that washed over me. Relief, because I finally had a name for what was happening. Fear, because I didn't know what this meant for me, for my future. PCOS is a hormonal disorder that affects 1 in 10 women of childbearing age. It's marked by irregular periods, excessive androgen levels, and polycystic ovaries. For me, it meant a lifetime of managing symptoms, of learning to live with a condition that had no cure. But let me tell you, knowing was better than not knowing. Understanding my condition gave me a sense of control. It allowed me to take proactive steps towards managing my symptoms, towards living a healthier, happier life. It wasn't a magic solution, but it was a start. Over the years, I've learned that every woman's experience with PCOS is unique. My symptoms may not be your symptoms. My journey may not be your journey, but what we all share is the need for understanding, for knowledge, for support. It wasn't easy, but understanding my condition was the first step towards managing it. And I hope that by sharing my story, I can help others on their journey towards understanding and managing their PCOS. Now that you know my story, here are some common signs of PCOS you should look out for. Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, or PCOS, is a common condition, but it can be sneaky, with symptoms that are often overlooked or mistaken for other conditions. Let's dive into some of the most common signs that might point towards PCOS. Firstly, irregular periods. A typical menstrual cycle is 28 days, give or take a few. With PCOS, you could have fewer than 9 periods a year, more than 35 days between periods, or some periods that are significantly heavier than others. Another symptom is excessive hair growth. This is known medically as hirsutism. It's not just about having a little more fuzz than usual. Women with PCOS might notice thick, dark hair growing in places it typically doesn't for women, like the face, chest, back, or buttocks. Next up, acne and oily skin. We're not talking about the occasional pimple here. If you're dealing with stubborn acne that's not responding to typical treatments, or if your skin is excessively oily, it could be a sign of PCOS. Weight gain or difficulty losing weight is another common symptom. It's not about a couple of extra pounds here, it's about unexplained weight gain or inability to lose weight despite a healthy diet and regular exercise. And lastly, thinning hair or hair loss from the scalp, often in the pattern of male pattern baldness. This can be a particularly distressing symptom for many women. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it doesn't automatically mean you have PCOS. Many of these symptoms can also be signs of other health conditions. That's why it's crucial to get professional medical advice if you're concerned. If you experience these symptoms, it's important to consult a healthcare professional. Remember, every woman's body is unique, and the way PCOS presents can vary. A healthcare professional can provide a diagnosis and guide you towards the best course of action for your individual situation. Living with PCOS can be challenging, but it's not impossible to manage. Navigating the journey of Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, or PCOS, might seem like a daunting task. However, with the right resources and mindset, it becomes a path of resilience and self-discovery. By adopting some lifestyle changes, considering medication, and paying attention to your diet, you can manage PCOS effectively. Lifestyle changes are one of the most important aspects in managing PCOS. Regular exercise can help regulate your menstrual cycle and lower your blood sugar levels. It's not about running a marathon or lifting heavy weights, but rather finding a physical activity you enjoy. Perhaps it's dancing, yoga, or simply a brisk walk in the park. Whatever it is, make it a part of your daily routine. Stress management is another key element. Stress can exacerbate PCOS symptoms, so find ways to unwind and rejuvenate. This could be through meditation, reading a book, or spending time with loved ones. Remember, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Next, let's talk about medication. It's important to consult with your healthcare provider for personalized advice. They might suggest birth control pills to regulate your menstrual cycle or metformin to lower insulin and testosterone levels, both of which I do not recommend. It's crucial to remember that medication isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one person may not work for another, so it's vital to have open and honest conversations with your healthcare provider. Lastly, diet plays a significant role in managing PCOS. Consuming a balanced diet, rich in lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, can help manage insulin levels and maintain a healthy weight. Avoid processed foods and those high in sugar. Instead, opt for foods with a low glycemic index. Managing PCOS is not about an overnight transformation. It's a journey of making small changes every day that lead to a healthier you. It's about understanding your body, knowing what works best for you, and above all, taking care of yourself. Remember, it's all about taking small steps towards a healthier you. That wraps up our discussion about PCOS today. We've journeyed through understanding what PCOS is, to exploring common signs and symptoms, and even delving into managing this condition. We've also had the privilege of hearing Celia's personal experience, a testament of strength and resilience for over 25 years. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we know about PCOS, the better equipped we are to manage it and support those who are affected by it. So, let's keep this conversation going. Feel free to comment below with your thoughts, questions, or personal experiences. If you found this video helpful, do subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. Also, sharing is caring. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, don't hesitate to share this video with them. Don't forget to grab your PCOS recipe book in the description below this video. Until next time, stay strong and keep fighting.